Joining me now is celebrity and royal commentator Kinsey Schofield. Kinsey, let's hear from Joe Rogan and Mel Gibson. And Mel Gibson had some very interesting things to say about California Governor Gavin Newsom's failure to prepare the state for these catastrophic wildfires that are ravaging LA still.
In 2019, I think Newsom said, I'm going to take care of the forests and maintain the forests and do all that kind of stuff. He didn't do anything.
Didn't do anything. And then on top of that, they cut the water off.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's all funny. And then I think all our tax dollars probably went for Gavin's hair gel. I don't know, but it's like, it's sad. It's like the place is just on fire.
Well, the whole state is just so poorly managed.
Kinsey, everyone knows he's conservative. There's not too many conservatives in Hollywood. He has to finance his own films these days, but it seems to be working for him. Is his opinion on this issue widely held in Hollywood, in California, or are they blaming Donald Trump and climate change for these fires and the response?
Yeah, I do think he's given a lot more credibility because his son is a firefighter out there. His son is fighting these fires. So he does have some inside information and some intel. But, I do believe that the majority of people believe that this is on the government. According to Fox News, Gavin Newsom cut funding for wildlife and forest resilience by more than $1 million just months before these wildfires. Mayor Karen Bass initially tried to cut from the LA Fire Department's budget $23 million in 2024, but settled for $17.6 million in cuts. And she ordered an additional $49 million in cuts to the fire department's budget a week before the fires started.
Kinsey, Oscar nominee actor James Woods, he's a resident of the Pacific Palisades, and he posted this on X. He said, "The work ahead to rebuild our beautiful Pacific Palisades and all areas destroyed by Gavin Newsom's hellacious fires will be monumental. We can't waste time and energy easing this creep out of office. If this piece of SHIT had 1 ounce of decency, he would resign." They're pretty strong words there. How much pressure is there on Gavin Newsom? Because it seems to be he has failed on just about every level when it comes to preparing the state for this sort of fire, which he would have known was coming. This is California, after all. They have wildfires.
And he keeps passing the buck. I mean, I have seen some journalists really press him and say, you've got to give us a better answer than that. But what he continues to do is pass the buck and say, oh, well, that's LA's problem. We're going to have to talk to LA about that. At the end of the day, like I said, he cut significant amounts of resources when he did cut that $100 million. He does have to look in the mirror and figure out where he is to blame, because this does not all fall on Karen Bass.
Now, Harry and Meghan Markle have been meeting with victims of the LA fires along with first responders at the Pasadena Convention Center. This is an evacuation site for victims of the Eaton fire. In light of the devastation, Meghan has also delayed the launch of her new Netflix series to focus on the needs of those impacted by the wildfires in my home state of California, she said. Kinsey, we've seen footage of Harry and Meghan meeting with victims, hugging them. Is that something that has brought some comfort to those who are facing this deadly catastrophe?
I think I stand with Family Ties star Justine Bateman when she called this a photo op. She said Meghan and Harry are no better than ambulance chasers. What a repulsive photo op they achieved. They don't live here. They are tourists, disaster tourists. There are plenty of things they could do in Montecito, but they jumped in the car and drove over, almost 200 miles to be in the middle of ground zero. These are two people that are paranoid about security. Why bring that drama and chaos to a place that's already hurting and a place that doesn't need any additional drama and chaos?
As many people said on X, haven't these people suffered enough? The last thing they need is Harry and Meghan descending upon them with camera crews, getting images that they know are going to go around the world. And they know if they're going to be there, they're going to get plenty of footage that we played for you tonight. Now, Kinsey, Kim Kardashian has prompted outrage on social media for posting ads for her Skims brand while these fires are devastating LA. What do you think about this? A lot of people are saying she should be doing what other celebrities are doing, which is showing solidarity and just sort of pulling back from the marketing and promotion whilst this is happening.
And you also saw Khloe Kardashian going after Karen Bass, saying what a joke you are for not being prepared for this. And Khloe saying that she sided with our fire chiefs because they are clearly, if you watch our news, they are delivering different messages, and they are clearly behind the scenes going out at each other's throats. My favorite headline is Kim Kardashian was busy promoting her clothing brand while Los Angeles burned to the ground. Let's hope that's not her legacy. I have heard that she has donated to some of the firefighters when it comes to meals and things. So she has tried to step up since those horrible headlines.
I think you're going to see a big fat donation from her coming because this is the sort of bad press that can stick. Actor Tyler Perry, a good friend of Meghan and Harry, he's posted a lengthy statement on Instagram slamming insurance companies for cancelling millions of policies just before the LA fires broke out. He wrote, "Does anyone else find it appalling that insurance companies to take billions of dollars out of communities for years and then all of a sudden be allowed to cancel millions of policies for the very people they became rich on?" Can you tell me more about this, Kinsey? Because it seems incredible that an insurance company could cancel any policy. I mean, that's the deal. You pay them these premiums. You may never make a claim over 30, 40 years, but it's there for a disaster just like this.
According to the insurance companies, they were afraid they wouldn't be able to afford the payouts. And that's why ultimately they canceled hundreds of these victims' insurance policies months ago. There is one woman that stayed despite the evacuation. Her parents were 90 years old. They'd been in the home for 70 years, and she just stayed there with her fire hose, spraying the house down. Thankfully, the last time I checked, it had been spared, but that's all her parents had. They were 90 years old. They were afraid they were going to lose their house, and she did that because they lost their insurance. They had no other option. So she risked her life. So this is not just a celebrity thing. This is impacting a lot of different people of all age groups and different classes, and it's devastating.
Absolutely, and those people are less equipped to recover from this than your celebrities whose properties are worth millions and they probably have several of them. It's incredible. I mean, that the fact that they can cancel these policies, it's not just financially devastating. It can lead to loss of life because, like you said, people will stay back at their properties when they should be leaving to try to save them. And this is just putting themselves in greater danger. Kinsey Schofield, thank you so much for your time this evening.